Hello everybody and welcome to our YouTube channel, the Würfelorden. Today I would like to try something new and translate one of my normally German product reviews to English. Today I would like to show you the Dark Minion command set from Unreleased Miniatures. This contains a chieftain, a standard bearer, a shaman on Vark, as well as dismounted miniatures with the chieftain on foot, a taskmaster, and shaman, and standard bearer, and hornblower, as well as a drummer. Here in this box I only have 4 of the called miniatures because I don't need everything. I had a lot of miniatures of Games Workshop, but I want to try the command set on Vark. I have already a shaman on Vark, so I only tried the chieftain on Vark as well as the standard bearer. I have the drama and the chieftain on foot. These products I want to show you today, and firstly let's unpackage the set with the chieftain. If you have a look on this set, you can see there is a shield, there is a sword, there is different helmets and hats. In my opinion, I would like to have axe instead of the sword because it's much more useful in the direct battle to have a orc chieftain on Vark with strength 5. Yeah, as well as on foot. And this is the foot version body. You can see a lot of very detailed fur, great chainmail, and a very beautiful plate armor on the breast. I like this sculpt very much, and now let's have a look on the drama of the set. The drama can be built in 2 different versions. One is with the drum and the other one is with a very big horn. I will use the drum because it's a much more useful hero unit in the game, but the horn will be a conversion in future, maybe to give it to a Bombur and try to make the picture of Bombur at Erebor when he has his enormous horn on the shoulder. I like the sculpt very much because it's a little bit bigger than normally, and so you have different shapes of orc bodies. Next, let's have a look at the Vark set. The Vark set is only one, but you can build all 3 different versions of this model. You can see the body. It's very woolly and very cool. The plan is to put him on a stone, but I don't will use this option at both of my sets. You have 2 different Vark heads. One it's more like the typical Varks from Isengard and Mordor, and the other one is more like the Fell Varks from the Hunter Orc set. You have the same heads, body and weapons like the chieftain on foot. You have also the upper body for the shaman and the standard bearer. You have a very detailed and fine road to control the Vark, as well as the cloak for the shaman. So you can see you will have a lot of bits you don't use for these miniatures, which you can use later for convert different models. There you have the weapon from the shaman as well as the standard. I like the design of the standard very much because it's very near to a foot model from Games Workshop, and I will use one of these to convert an Mordor Uruk-hai standard bearer for myself. This is the rock where the Varg will stand up upon it. You have the shield of the chieftain in two different versions. One is already with the sword, the other one is without it. You have the same heads like the chieftain foot. You have the head of the shaman as well as the standard bearer. So you can see you have a lot of bits and a lot of different parts of the set. This is something I love with the new miniatures of Unreleased, because you can do much more than just the miniatures you buy with them. You can do a lot of conversions, you can do a lot of very iconic models. For example, the head of the shaman I will use to build myself a Rucksack for my Moria army. If you can cut an orc in half, you can use the second upper body to build yourself the standard bearer or the taskmaster or something like this. So you have a lot of options to use and a lot of miniatures to build, and this is something I really love with these miniature sets. So now let's have a look on the painted miniatures. As I told you, I built the chieftain on Varg and the standard bearer. I really love the different sculpts and the option to use different heads on the Varg as well. They are very iconic and very imposant sculpts, and the miniatures are very dynamic. Like maybe you can see it at the shield of the Varg chieftain. I have given him an axe from an Huskarl miniature, also from Unreleased Miniatures. Next there are the two sculpts on foot. I built the chieftain and the drama and painted them. It was very lovely to paint them. There are a lot of details, and I like the different body shapes of the miniatures. Here I also converted the chieftain to use an axe from an unreleased Huskarl because I love piercing strikes. The fur and all of it really fits very well to Mordor as well to Angmar. If you compare them to miniatures from Games Workshop, you can see the Varg is a perfect model to fit to normal Varg riders. I like it very much, and they have a lot more details than the old sculpts from Givi. The head is much more iconic, and the position is more dynamic in my opinion and seems more realistic. The chieftain also fits from his scale very well to an orc. He's nearly the same size like a Morannon orc, which fits very well because he's a chieftain, and chieftains are allowed to be bigger than normal orcs. In my opinion, this was a lot of fun to paint, and the miniatures are worthy every single cent you pay for them. Lastly, I would love to show you some of my conversions, which are possible with this great set of unreleased miniatures. I haven't done all of my ideas of conversions because there was not enough time for this, but I tried 3 of them. I convert an Uruk-hai Scout from Isengard to a standard bearer for the Mordor Uruk-hais. The shield is from another alternative retailer, and I just used the head of the standard bearer, put it on the Scout, and give him, instead of his sword, this amazing banner. And so easy. You have the great banner bearer. You can use it as well for black Numenorians, black guards, other orcs, walk riders, whatever you like. Then I built myself a troll. There will be another video where I show how I built this one. I used one of the other warheads and sculpted the fur on his back, so he has an amazing cloak. And the last one is my personal fruitsack. I just used the cloak and the head of the shaman as well as his weapon, sculpted a little bit of fur, and in future there will be some beds on his base. And this is, in my opinion, this is a great option to build yourself iconic models and convert yourself some cheap heroes. This was all of my conversions. I hope you like it as much as I do. This is the end of the video. If you're interested in more English content, just tell me in the comment, because if there is no interest, I will not try to do it again. There will be some in future already translated, but please give me some feedback. I know my English is not the best, but I hope you're interested. Thank you for watching this video, and maybe we see us in future again. Goodbye until soon.